All right, welcome back to the Central Valley Buzz, everybody. I'm your host, Chuck Leonard, and our next guest from Trans Emotion. Let's bring in Randy. What's going on, Randy? How are you, buddy? Good to see you.
Very good. How you doing, Chuck?
Real good. Now, Trans Emotion, for the people at home that don't know what that is, please explain.
Trans Emotion is a nonprofit organization that helps advocate for and provide educational information to the public in general about the trans community here in Fresno, and we also have a social and support group as well.
Okay, so the trans community, and I'm just going to have you do it just so we get everything clear. Tell the people exactly what the trans community is. There might be some people out there that don't know.
The transgender community, transgender is an umbrella term. And it encompasses a large spectrum of people. Basically, in society, we tend to put people in boxes. Mm-hmm. Females are in this box, males are in this box. Mm-hmm. Those who don't fit those boxes in any way fall underneath the umbrella, for the transgender umbrella. Okay. Some of the people that, some of us may be familiar with that would fall under the umbrella could be people who are cross-dressers, people who are drag kings, drag queens, that may identify as transgender. It also encompasses the people that most people are familiar with when you use that term, and that is the transsexual community, those who actually want to change their biological sex to the opposite.
With organizations like yourselves' help, this is becoming more and more spoken about in society. So I like having you on, and I like the fact that you guys let me ask you questions, because honestly, Randy, the prejudices and the bigotry and stuff that you guys that you feel sometimes is what I feel is just people that are uneducated, that they just don't know. So with you coming on and talking about it, I want to thank you right now for doing that. Well, in my opinion, it's somewhat brave.
Well, thank you, Chuck. If it weren't for people who were willing in the community, whether any LGBT people in the community that weren't willing to, be out in public and be themselves, because that's the motto of Trans Emotion, actually, is to be yourself, whoever you are. Like the socks you like to wear, the shoes you wear, you're yourself as a person, and that's what we're striving.
I wouldn't recommend anybody trying to do this.
Oh, well, these socks. So I do the socks too. I always have colorful, bright socks. But the whole idea is that regardless of what society may think, if we all just allow ourselves to be ourselves, and the world will be such a wonderful place.
Because no one's really that great that they could pass judgment on others.
Exactly.
Right. So, what are some of the things that you're up against?
We are up against, as a transgender community, it tends to be a community that is more likely to be bullied. So young people that are trans tend to get picked on much more, up to 10 times more than just somebody who's lesbian or gay.
Well, because in our society now, people in the past that the transsexuals and they hid it for a long time. They didn't come out while they were younger. They lived with it for many years, and it's very painful, I'm sure. They lived with it for many years, but now you're encouraging people to be yourselves, and be yourselves maybe sooner.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We have in our organization, we have several individuals that are in high school. We know of a individual here from Fresno, a young kid who is about 13, is the youngest that we have actually had any contact with the parents of that individual a little bit. And we help to give them information to make things a little smoother for them. And that's part of what we do, is provide resources and services. And then we also have people, like you said, that are much older, that have literally, since they were, the average age is about 6, that individuals who are trans realize that they are actually trans, and
they feel there's something different
going on there, and that's actually makes sense if you stop and think about it, especially for the transsexual individuals. They're starting to notice that point, that people have different body parts. Mm-hmm. And so they're beginning to see that, wait, why am I not comfortable? Why am I being moved into this direction to be male or moved in this direction to female rather than the way I feel?
And this isn't a sexual thing. This isn't, hey, I want to touch those, or I don't want to. This is, I'm just not comfortable in my own body.
Yeah, it is has nothing to do with sex or sexual orientation. It is entirely based on how the individual feels about who they are inside, and because a person who's transgender, what we now know, and the American Psychiatric Association is trying to get everybody as well to begin to understand, is that gender has nothing to do with your physical body. Gender is actually determined by your brain. So it's how your brain perceives your personal gender. And these individuals are individuals whose brains may not be the same as their bodies as far as how they interpret gender in their own mind. And that's an important thing, I think, for people to realize. Gender is determined by what we think, not by our physical body.
How much do you work with the family members of the person transitioning? Because I see a lot of, I won't say a lot because I don't know a lot, I see that people that I know that have transitioned have been exonerated from their families. Another hurtful thing that happens, another big mind trip thing that happens. Do you guys work with the families?
Yes, we do provide, like I say, resources to not just individuals who are trans, but to their family members, friends. We can help educate them, help bring them to understand things better. They are allowed to come to our support group to provide support not only for the individuals that are at the support group that are their friends or family members, but also to learn more about it themselves, because usually it has the stems from people who, because of their beliefs, they don't understand it, and they're kind of afraid of it, and they may think there's something wrong, and it's really, actually, these people are becoming normal for themselves.
I gotta say that for a parent, it's got to be tough. Okay, and any help that they could get to understand it, and to keep the parent son or daughter relationship together, man, it's got, it's just, I hate that when I see it tear families apart.
In the LGBT communities in general, there are a lot of people who are ostracized or removed from their family, barred from any family activity whatsoever because of who they are. And when we can help people to understand and realize that what this person, especially if they're younger, it's incredibly important that they realize that that person needs hugs and love more than anything else. They need your support.
Right.
So providing that support to anybody in the trans community is a very, very wonderful thing, and extremely empowering to that individual to know they have people who care and who will be understanding and loving.
I wish that I could show people the difference between my gay friends whose parents were understanding and supportive as opposed to my gay friends whose parents were not.
Right.
The whole difference in the person is just amazing. So what you guys do, it's not easy, and I got to say that I respect you guys a lot for what you do, and I'm happy that you feel comfortable enough to come on here on the Buzz and talk with me about it. Okay.
Appreciate being here.
Do you have anything coming up?
Yes, we do. Actually, this Saturday and Sunday between 1 and 4 at California Arts Academy, which is on Blackstone. I forget the address, but it's actually right next to the gym, right there on Blackstone.
In between Gettysburg and
right. There is a Sean Dorsey Dance is doing a dance your thing and workshop and stuff for LGBT people. So anybody in the LGBT community that wants to come to that, Trans Emotion will have some people there. Everybody's invited. Or if you're just friends and friendly, that's fine too. You don't have to be LGBT, just come out and have fun.
You want to come dance your thing. Come on down.
We also have our annual event coming up. That's going to be, we're going to be doing a march and rally on the 20th. We'll announce more information about that. That's Transgender Day of Remembrance. The 21st is a Porterville event that we're going to be doing, and we'll be announcing more about that. But on November 22nd is our Fresno Transgender Day of Remembrance. and it is a memorial celebration, and it's at the Holistic Education and Cultural Center at Kings Canyon and Winery.
Randy, thanks a lot for coming on. Always good to see you. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and to close out the show and to start off the weekend, I can't think of a better way to do it than with this ukulele king of the San Joaquin, Mr. Peter Mordyke. Stick around, people.